Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Thursday, June 16th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be doing a quick little recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out. Talking about my core picks for today for the FanDuel main slate is a 5-game main slate overall, and then talking about my top GPP stacks for the FanDuel main slate as well. I believe at this point in time, my article is not published yet over at WeBetATS.com. Once it is up, I will leave a link to that down in the comments below. But without further ado, we'll get started with the recap of yesterday's picks. At pitcher position, we had Nestor Cortez, $10,500. He got to 31 points. Just didn't pitch quite as deep into yesterday's game as we would have liked, but he was still pretty effective, so I did give him a push. Then we have Paul Goldschmidt, $3,800. Got to 9 points. Gave him a push as well, just because at $3,800, we'd like to see him get to at least double-digit points. Then Gleyber Torres, $2,900. Had pretty good history yesterday versus Shane McClanahan, but just got his 3 points, so he was a push as well. Marcell Ozuna at $2,700 was very good. He got to 18.4 points, so he was a hit. And then last but not least, we had Adam Duvall, who unfortunately went 0 for 4, I believe, with one walk. So he got 3 points yesterday and was a push as well. So not the greatest day in the world by any means. Not like complete light on fire waste of money, but decent day. If you had some other good picks with it, you had a chance to cash in, but it was a pretty high line in terms of cashing yesterday. But with that being said, today is a new day, and we'll get over to talking about the core picks for today. So we're going to start off at the pitcher position with Luis Severino. So obviously these Yankees pitchers have been doing pretty well against Tampa Bay, and Luis Severino is no exception. He has very good history versus this Tampa Bay team overall. $10,400, averaging just over 34 fantasy points per game on the season. Looking like he's starting to pitch a little bit better as well, so love the upside that there is there today with him. Then at first base, we have Rhys Hoskins, $3,600, averaging just under 11 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against Patrick Corbin in the Washington Nationals today. He is 8 for 26 with 2 home runs versus Corbin in his career, so some pretty good upside there. And Patrick Corbin's been one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball this year, so I do like the potential of this Phillies team overall today. And speaking of this Phillies team, we have his teammate Alec Bohm, $2,500, averaging just under 8 fantasy points per game on the season. And he is 5 for 12 with 2 home runs versus Patrick Corbin, who is obviously starting today. So do like Alex Bohm today, especially as a cheap paydown option on a small slate. Then at shortstop, we have Willie Adames, $2,900, averaging just under 11.5 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the New York Mets and Tyler McGill today. He's 2 for 5 with 1 home run versus McGill in his career, so definitely love the upside that he offers, as well as some of these other Milwaukee Brewers hitters. Then in the outfield, went down with a cheap paydown option that's starting to hit the ball a little bit better as of late. Joey Gallo, $2,500, averaging just over 7 fantasy points per game on the season. Like I mentioned, he's starting to hit the ball better. It's a bullpen game for the Tampa Bay Rays, so this Yankees team and offense could be very explosive overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you have $13,100 remaining, just under $3,300 per player. So the ability to probably pay up for 1 or 2 stud options if you really want to do so, just depending on how many other players you want to pay down for today. As I mentioned, it's a 5-game slate, so going to have to find a couple different ways to get creative on this slate overall. But with that being said, I'll go over my top GPP stacks. As I mentioned, my article is not published at this point in time. Once it is published, I'll list the link down below. But the stacks that I do have for today are the Milwaukee Brewers going against Tyler McGill. Limited history versus him, but there's like 3 or 4 Brewers that have hit home runs against him, so definitely love the upside that's there. The Yankees going against the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen. It's a bullpen game today. The Yankees offense pretty explosive in general, so I'm definitely interested once again in this Yankees team and the upside they can provide. And then last but not least, we have the Philadelphia Phillies going against Patrick Corbin, who's been one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball this season, and they do have some pretty decent history for him as well, so definitely a team that I want to stack in the Phillies today. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks as well as top GPP stacks for today, June 16th. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's someone from my core 5 picks, whether it's someone from my top GPP stacks, or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig's Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's MLB or USFL. Those are the 2 main ones at this point in time. And then with that being said, if you are new or current subscribers yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.